Man, had a horrible week this week. Yeah, Lee. A couple days ago, I was parked. I was sleeping, right? It's a couple hours from, probably about, I don't know, probably about, what, 5, 6 hours from the house. And, yeah, so I was sleeping in the parking lot, in the truck. I didn't have a load. And what happened? Oh, I was knocked out, and next thing you know, I just started right. I was knocked out sleeping, bro. I was asleep in the truck, and then next thing you know, I just woke up like this. My head just rattling and shit. And I jumped up. Some dude backed into me. So that happened this week. Dude backed in, dented the bumper all up in the front. I said, oh my goodness, man. I said, bro, that's why it's important to do your pre-trip inspection. You know what I'm saying? It's important to do your pre-trip inspection. That is very important to do your pre-trip inspection, because guess what? He would have saved all the BS hassle if he would have just got out, walked around the truck, did his pre-trip inspection, and he would have seen that, you know what I'm saying? He would have seen that I was behind him. I was probably about, I don't know, I was probably about at least 4 or 5 feet, but then he had behind him, but then he had about, he had a good bit amount of feet in front of him, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why he backed up, though. That was dumb. That was a rookie move. But if he would have just did his pre-trip inspection, he wouldn't even have had that hassle. That's what I said to him. You know what I mean? Like, you should have just did your pre-trip inspection. We wouldn't even be going through this, man. You know what I mean? So he I ain't gonna lie, man. From doing that, from when I was sleeping, my neck going like that, shit got my damn neck hurting. Yeah, man. Dude was in a box truck. So he's in a box truck. Little crooked. Crazy, man. That week, and then I ain't make no money this week. I probably made a couple $100. But my last 2 weeks were pretty good, though. My last 2 paychecks were pretty good. So I mean, I can't really complain, because I can't really complain. You know what I mean? Because my last 2 paychecks were good, and then I mean, they're pretty decent. And then and like I said, this week, this paycheck, and but nothing going on in that area. So I think in trucking, you know what I mean, I think it's good to move around. Like, it's good to move around, you know what I mean? Like, stay stagnant in one area. If it ain't working in one area, you gotta move around. Like, it don't take rocket science to figure it out, you know what I mean? Being patient at the same time, you're losing money too, you know what I mean? I'd rather just drive 2 or 3 or 4 hours somewhere different, you know what I'm saying, and wait for the next day or something, see what's going on if you don't get lucky that day. But what else happened? Oh man, then I just got then today the cop was like, then I got pulled over because I got pulled over and got a citation. So $173. So I gotta go over that and read that. Which I stopped at the red light coming off the exit, but it doesn't say that you can't. It doesn't say that you can't turn on red either. You know what I mean? So I stopped. 1, 2, looked both ways. You know what I mean? I looked to my left because that's the only way. It's a divider in the thing. You can't cross over. So I looked to the left, and I went. And then all of a sudden, by the time I get in the parking lot, a cop comes right behind me. Came out of nowhere. Like he just was targeting, like he wanted to target somebody. You know what I mean? Like he got that, he was just like, but it's like he wanted to target me, you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, I stopped, you know what I mean? I stopped at the stop sign. And, I stopped at the red light. There was a red light. I stopped for like 2-3 seconds, looked to the left, and then I went. You know what I mean? The car in front of me did the same thing. He ain't do nothing to them. But he could probably want to chase after him or nothing either. I'm in the, I'm in the truck with 40 foot. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was my week for this week. So hopefully next week's better because man, it's been crazy this week. And I'm like, man, it's like, what's going on? But this is like, I don't know what it is about like Halloween or this whole October month, but it is not a good month for me. I'm telling you that right now. October is not a good month for me, yo. It just isn't. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but it's like a lot of witchcraft and stuff going on. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man,